a long time, but as you know, you have the pattern, the braided twist, and it comes with a wonderful, where'd it go?
Yeah, I've got the tool thing for it.
That tool,
Yeah.
It's right here on this end.
right here, this tool.
Okay,
So
couldn't
this
see.
is the key to it. So when you first get ready, you have to purchase, and I am just going to show you the basic braid.
That's fine.
Now, you have all kinds of other options in here. There's like placemats,
Right.
longer ones than that. And so it really does give you a lot of variations.
So the
And
longer you just repeat what's in
Yes,
the
you
middle part.
do repeat. Okay, so basically you have to buy 3 different fabrics.
Right.
Now, like what I said to you on this one is, I bought really 2 fabrics because the back is the same as A.
Right,
So
right.
this is A, and then you buy the second one, which is B. And so then, when you go to cut them, it's very simple. You cut them, you put the selvages this way, so it's long ways in order for you to get everything that you need to cut. Because you need to cut from this one, this is the A fabric. You have to do 2 8x8s. And then you have to do 4 of these.
Okay,
So in order to get, you have 14 and a half right here, and 14 and a half there. And so then you can get 4 if you're there. It's divided into 2.
right.
And so the same thing is true with the B fabric. You're not going to make the 8x8 squares with that. And then the back of that, it would take 1 yard. And
Okay.
then you also have to have that fusible fleece. And so it's it's preferable to have an iron, one that irons on. And so one thing that I learned when I was making it is the best thing is to lower the temperature when you're going to iron the fleece, because I usually keep it at high temperatures
Right,
after I've
correct.
sewn,
Right,
but then it will stick to the iron. So remember, when you do start using the fleece, lower that temperature.
okay,
Okay.
good to know.
So, now, there's a couple of other things I want you to emphasize. It comes with this really handy dandy template. Let's see what's over here. Right here.
Yeah,
Do you have a copy machine at home?
I do.
Or FedEx?
I
Okay.
do.
The best thing, and I think you're to have the most successful outcome for this pattern, is to make a copy of this.
Okay.
And this is the basic one, because there's some on this other side. And then cut these out. So, when you go to sew it, it's gonna be so much easier to keep track. When you get to the very end, I just wanna show you. When you get to the very end, these are the last 2 steps right here.
Okay,
That if you know that, you have the KB together and the BK, it will work out just fine, but if you don't have it, then the twisting process gets messed up.
okay.
Okay, are you following?
Yep,
So,
yep.
so label them. this is one place where you really should label them.
Got it.
Okay, so then after you cut them out, then the first step is, you're going to use this, take this first square, that's the 8x8.
Okay,
And when you cut it out, right here, you're going to look at this template. You're gonna go by the A
okay, got it.
and A, okay? So, when you cut it out, you have to line, this is the crucial part, you have to line the A up. This is when I was, and then this little A, right, like that,
Okay,
see? And then you take this very slowly, and if you have a smaller rotary, you can use that. Voila. There you go, okay, that's the first part.
okay,
Okay, then you take the other color, the red, the B, and again, you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna line it up according to the B. See, the B line
Yep.
on here?
Yep.
And it's going to be the opposite direction. So you're gonna do it long ways, okay? And now this is tricky too, because to get this B, when you're lining it up, This is the B line right here,
Okay,
but it comes down here and it has to end up, so you have to line it up on this side and up here. So now you have to keep working it until you get that lined up and this lined up.
okay,
Okay, again, I have this lined up.
you're gonna cut on the inside.
Yes, you're gonna always cut on the inside here. And then that's discarded. So you have these two pieces.
Okay,
Okay. So, you're gonna want to end up putting this together like that.
okay.
So you know how you do this? And this is the tricky part, and
Oh,
I can't show
what?
you. This is really the only tricky part of the whole thing. You're gonna have to do right sides together,
Yeah, yeah.
and you're gonna
Find the middle.
find the middle, right? And maybe it won't be tricky to you. And then I would just like pinch it like
Yeah.
this, and then you find the middle of this one, and then you're gonna pinch that too. Now, when you put them together, you're gonna try to line up those centers, which is like around here. Now, this is where you have to see how they pinned it right here.
Uh-huh.
So it has to keep on, you have to go like this. Now, this is why it will not pucker, but you keep on going around like this and this way. And it will end up, if you have it lined up, it will end up
Right.
reaching this and then around here like this.
Yep, I'm on to
See?
that one.
And so
Okay.
then when you iron it out, when you press it out, it'll be smooth. See what I mean?
It's like an orange peel.
Yeah, it will come out. Okay, so then you have this together, and then you're going to cut this again. This piece will, this is not the way it's gonna look like. You're gonna cut this again, and it's going to be like this. It's going to be this line right here,
Okay,
and you're just gonna go like this. And then you're gonna cut around like this.
on the outside.
And so then you have this piece right here.
You're cutting on the outside.
Yes, you're
Yeah,
cutting
cut
that
here.
on the outside, exactly.
Okay,
So this is going to be part of the end cap. There's gonna be two end caps, and I'll show you what I mean by that. See, there's a top end cap and a bottom end cap. So everything else, these are all going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. These are going to all be half circles. These are going to be, this is going to end up one full piece. But
and
you're
how
gonna
many of these am I cutting? It's
You're
just
just
cut
gonna-
two?
Yeah, you're gonna have to cut two of these.
All right,
And so it's gonna end up, you're gonna have one full, it's gonna be really like a circle. One full circle here and one full circle here, and then there's gonna be 4 half circles.
okay,
And those are done separately, and you just do halves like this, and we're using this tool. And you'll be using the rest of that fabric.
okay,
Any questions so far?
no,
Okay. You're doing good. Once you have this, then you have to fuse on your fusion. And,
fusion's gonna go to the back side of these.
yes, the back side of it. And then once you get, then you're going to be making that circle, and you're gonna put a seam around the outer border of it, and then turn it on. You know what, you kinda wanna go inside and just really stretch it so it smooths out like that, and iron it. Now, so, this woman said today, and I think that's not a bad idea, you could probably sew it all around so it stays together.
Right,
Oh, that's a good idea, I thought.
but
You
can't
could
you
do that.
cut those to make a different design?
Yes, you can. No, well, actually, this is it. Okay, now here's the next tricky thing. Once you
Yeah.
have all your half circles made, and then your full end cap, and you have labeled all of them,
Yeah.
the tricky part is this.
Okay,
Because after you've labeled them, you have to get this exactly. The top end cap like that, and then the KB, BK, we're talking about, K is the backing, B is this other fabric right here.
Okay.
See what I mean? And so then, once you have them and you lay them out like this, because this half circle has to start at the center of this one, see?
Right,
And then that has to go to the center of this one, and so on and so forth. So you would see the back of this right here. So once you have them laid out like that, then you have to sew, and there should be a little, it will tell you to put a little slit with
Yeah.
your scissors
Yeah.
right here and here. Okay, then you sew and keep that away from it, and you sew along here. Okay?
uh-huh.
Then,
These are your regular 1/4 inch?
yes, just a 1/4 inch. Then the same thing is on this. Now remember, you're not gonna sew this together, you're gonna leave that open. The reason you're leaving that open is for the twist action.
Okay, am I putting the fusible on there first?
Oh
before
yeah,
we
all
start
that
doing
will be
this?
done.
All right,
Yes, because when you make the half circles, you put fusion inside it there. And then the same thing with this, that'll be all done. And you're gonna have everything all enclosed in your circles,
okay.
okay? So this is the final step where you're putting this, you're sewing this side together, and really you have to pin this all the way down. So see how they have the pins?
Right,
And that'll keep that together. Then you have to add this side. Now, now look at this. Now, you're putting the half circle underneath here, not on. See, this is going over, but this
Right.
side is not. See what I
got
mean?
it, okay.
So that's why you have to really follow that carefully. And so then, once this is sewn on this side, and again, like I said, keeping that open, that slat open, then the final is the twisting. And if you've lined everything up that way, then it will twist just beautifully.
Okie dokie.
Is there a hole in that one?
There is underneath, if you went underneath, yes, there is. That's the only way you could twist it. Yeah, under here, right under, in here, inside here. Now, here's another thing that they suggest, and I did not do it because I have it pinned here. But you can take some of that fusion, so, you know, if you wanted to lay down, you can take some of that fusion and iron it in between all of these right here, so it will lay down.
down,
It won't
okay.
fall apart. You can do that.
Okie doke.